Hi guys, welcome to the Indigo Swan Energy Market Update. I'm James Groves, Managing Director of Indigo Swan, joined as always by the wonderful Amy Konieczny, Commercial Director of Indigo Swan. Hope you're all good. Amy, hi.
Hi.
Again. We're here. So talk to us, let's kick off.
Yep.
What's happening in the energy markets, what's going on at the moment?
Yep, so it's still a really stable kind of benign position, which is lovely. We haven't had a
Benign.
I know,
Nice
it's a good
word.
word, isn't it?
Yeah.
We haven't had too much volatility, so there's a little bit of respite around the speed in which you have to make decisions. Prices are still high. We are still looking at sort of high 20s, low 30 pences for electricity. Yep. And mid-single figures for gas. So it's high compared to where we would like to have been, but actually compared to last year, when it was chaos, horrific, it's actually okay. We're feeling very positive.
Good. And what are the main things impacting on that at the moment, on the prices?
Yeah, so there's some really interesting things that have happened. So we've got the EU filling up gas storage levels to be readiness for winter demand, so that's been quite good. It means that the coming winter should be quite comfortable, which is improving prices. Some shipments of LNG are actually going over to Asia though to support China's economy, so that's impacting us a little bit, but kind of being offset by the general feeling of positivity. One issue though that we did have was, let me get this right, an outage at Hammerfest. Hammerfest in Norway, the LNG facility.
Generally does sound like a festival though, doesn't it?
I know, it's not. I've probably pronounced something,
Hammerfest.
I don't know how you do Norwegian, but a gas outage.
I won't do it.
We'll
You don't know who watches.
Get in trouble for that.
Yeah,
but an outage at Hammerfest meant that there was just some unexpected events which caused a couple of days of volatility, but nothing that was unduly concerning or impacting prices too high. Everything that has an impact on gas then feeds through to power.
It does.
So last month we saw gas contributing about 35–36% of our UK generation needs. So any movement in gas prices then feeds through to power. But thankfully, we're okay at the moment.
Right.
Lots of impact, and it just underlies that whole message around we're such an interconnected global energy system now that things happening on the other side of the world impact UK prices, and that's just something to be mindful of.
Yeah, and you can't predict that.
Can't predict it, no.
No, you can't. And so, what on that basis, what advice are we giving to our clients? What we say?
Yeah. So because we've got such a period of stability now, and with these unexpected events being few and far between. Fingers crossed that stays the way. I probably jinxed it.
Don't quote Amy on that if you're watching this.
Yeah. What we're actually seeing is suppliers offering longer term prices.
Yeah.
1 year is very, very common now, but 2 years and even some 3 years are starting to enter. So what we're saying to our customers is if you need that budget certainty to plan and grow your own business, have a look at 2 years, possibly longer if that feels right for you. But also don't be afraid just to stick with 12-month procurement options. One thing we're seeing, which is something for customers to consider, some suppliers, and it's been getting a bit of traction in the market, are doing blend and extend. And what that means is you're in a contract at the moment, you're paying a higher price, for example, 60p or something, because it was signed and negotiated last year or the beginning of this year. What a blend and extend does is it extends your contract by a period of 12 months typically, so you then end in 2025, not in 2024. But what it means is that you can take advantage of a 30 pence unit rate now and basically meeting the supplier in the middle. So rather than paying 60p, you don't pay 60p, but rather than paying 30p, you actually meet in the middle, 45 pence-ish. You then pay that for longer, but it mitigates that massive increase right now. So that's something for customers to consider too.
Thank you, Amy.
No problem.
Hi guys, thanks for joining us, appreciate that, Amy, as always. Just one other thing for me as well, if you're watching this and you are not a client of Indigo Swan, is there's a lot of traction going around about commissions that are included in contracts from companies such as ours, brokers, consultants, whatever you wish to call us. If you use us, I'd like to hope you know what you pay us. If you don't, then please do ask your account manager. It's fully disclosed, it's on the contract, it's in the letter we send you. If you don't use us, then I would just ask you to be a little bit more mindful and potentially ask the relevant broker or consultant you work with just to tell you exactly what they are making on your energy, as we had, I would say, a handful, that's being polite, of contracts put across our desks where that hasn't been disclosed and certain uplifts, etc. have been added. So if you don't work with Indigo Swan, that's not a problem. whoever you do work with though, I would encourage you just to ask, what are they making on a yearly basis from the service that they provide you? And just a word of caution. Anyway, I'm James, Managing Director of Indigo Swan, and me and Amy will see you next month. Thank you.
Bye.